How y'all doing? So I made a video yesterday about source stealing, and weirdos. I made a video about source stealing, and I wanted to make a video about the source power, and basically what that is in so many words is the soul power, the soul flow, the spirit power, the spiritual force, and the self power, or the self power, the self flow. But yeah, so the self power and all of them together is gonna be your C and your stream. But they all gotta they all have to culminate together as one. And that's what really makes the power, legit. Because you can have soul power, but if you ain't got self power, then it ain't gonna culminate through your body and being, and have your mind actually realizing, yo, I'm not just motherfucking, stuck on stupid. Like, I can actually get shit popping, I can get shit moving, and I ain't gotta be stagnant in any type of way. And if you got too much spirit power, then yeah, you're gonna have a lot of spiritual wisdom and knowledge, but niggas ain't gonna be wanting to listen to it because you ain't got no money. You ain't got no money. You ain't got no fucking paper. You ain't got nothing to offer to people that don't really want the information and knowledge. They just want to get some money real quick. And you gotta have a full 360 on everything you're doing. You gotta be, yeah, I got the spiritual power. Yeah, I got the soul force. Yeah, I got the self power. All that culminating to one thing. And it's so myriadal, like it's such a myriad of ways you can use it. It's like crazy that everything is kind of like made for you to lose it. So that's why they say use it or lose it. If you don't make use of it, someone else will, and it won't be in your hands, but it still be using you as the source. So you'll be like a fucking battery, like they talked about in Morpheus and Neo and stuff like that. But it ain't like, and the pods would actually be your own aura. So you will be having these etherical, astral type of fucking things built into your aura, and you still be trying to use your power and stuff, but it's not going to where you want it to go to. It's going to some outside source. Because one, you believe that something outside of you has more power than you. Two, you believe if you give this power up, then you'll be able to get power in return. Three, somebody made you think that they had the know-how and you didn't. Everyone else in your circumstance and vicinity is just a catalyst. They're not anything else than that. So when they give you the words, when they talk to you, they just trying to either do one or two things: activate you or steal from you. But in a positive space, you can make it so everyone is just only trying to activate. Everyone is only trying to get your attunement, your accord, your alignment on a higher level. That's how I'm gonna see it from now on. Everyone just wants me to be more powerful. Everybody just wants me to be more prosperous. Everyone just wants me to be more wealthy, wise, intuitive, powerful, like I said, spiritually inclined, solarly inclined, and self-attuned, self-aligned. You feel me? Like, I am the one that goes in and does the work whenever I hear something that is pivotal in my life, in my existence. You feel? But a lot of people, they steal Jesus, money, cars, hoes, clothes, events, situations, circumstances, and they all boil down to a substrate. Like, all this is made from a substrate, a spiritual substrate. And that spiritual substrate is using you as a power source. But you can use it as a refinement source, as a freaking power up source. Like, you use it to power up. I know for sure everything wasn't always made to be harmful and hurtful, but everything turned that way because the power went in. It became smaller and more poignant. It became more puny, but the puny was just to power up even more so. So the only ones that could tap into it were the knowledgeable, were the ones that actually, you know, studied their cells, and they just went in and found it. It's going, like I said a long time ago, God is within the heart, and that's the power I'm talking about. Like, you get small enough and you'll be able to reach that, but you can't stay that small. You got to take that power and maximize it into your Titan form, your biggest form. And that's when you do that, then you come back to your regular size via yourself, and you have extreme power, because you're like, you have the mass of a Titan, but you're not heavy. Well, I've never seen no one else walk. You're not heavy because it's light. It's light for real. There's no it's not like you get bigger and then get heavier. It's like you get bigger and get lighter on some shit. But yeah, that's it for today. I just wanted to talk about that because this is important. The power and the source power at that. Like, if you don't have a knowledge of the source power moving forward right now in this present time, then, you know what I'm saying, everybody gonna be thinking you puny. Everybody gonna be thinking you ain't got your shit in order. And basically, the more you have knowledge on power in existence and in the three forms of it and how it comes together, and the thing that goes all through them is the stream, and all of it together is like a sea. So the source sea, but then that stream, you got to make sure your stream is right, because if your stream's clogged up, your stream got blockages and hindrances, then you ain't gonna get no connection, you ain't gonna get no flow. And every one of them have a very important importance. You got to make sure your soul on point. You got to make sure your spirit on point. You got to make sure yourself on point. You got to make sure your streams is on point. You got to make sure the source is on point also. Like, the source wants you to have everything you want to have and deserve and need, and it's not going to do it for you though. Like, as soon as you ask for it, as soon as you embody it, then it does it. But it needs an avenue, it needs a way, it needs a portal. So, like, yeah, everything that was used for your negative is actually for your positive. You just got to take the power back and do so. You know, bro? Love y'all. Peace. I'm out this hoe.